Game 3, ladies and gentlemen, between s2y and MRR. One side taking 1 point each, and we do have a game 3 that's going to be well on the way here. And the winner of this round is going to face off against Thunder Masters in the next series, which is going to happen just back to back after this game here. This is Babael, with me here is Lark.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope that s2y doesn't throw game again because Master throws just now was pretty insane. They're gonna ban out War Beast and Master Form right off the bat, coming from both these teams, and I mean, I just hope for s2y's sake that if they're gonna go with that crazy lineup of the crazy good lineup actually of that Tempest and Keeper, that they don't fuck it up.
Yes, definitely. So that said, we have in the banning stage, the first banning stage has been completed. The heroes, War Beast, MOA, Keeper, and Sandrew. So Colorex this time are gonna ban out that Keeper, but they will not ban out the Tempest because they know the Tempest was not a threat for them in the previous game. Pidgeot's on the flip side gonna ban out both the MOA as well as the Sandrew. So that is gonna make sure that MR will not have the Sandrew to work with in this game. And DQ, we have seen the Sandrew before. It's just really insane, but no Sandrew in this game. Pretty questionable as to what he's gonna pick. MOA on the flip side being banned out because that's just really irritating. In the previous game, it was one of the main reasons why MR won the bottom lane against the Slither to a certain extent, and that just happened so quickly that they snowballed from that.
Yeah, and they straight up picked for an engineer, and in my opinion, that's kind of okay because it denies the Pestilence NG lane, which is pretty damn strong. Definitely hope that they pick up. I don't know, like I felt even picking up the Tempest as the first pick should have been their choice to go with, but I guess it's not as necessary. I do believe Tempest could be the second choice here coming from this Legion team, unless they're gonna go for that Master from Savannah, unless they're gonna go for a support in that kind of sense. But there's a lot of other options they can go for. Aphelios still on the board, Tempest is on the board, Parasite's on the board, Hag's on the board as well. There's a lot of things. There's even Scout on the board. They can even go for Scout if they want to. They're gonna go for Tempest of their own. So yeah, good choice by them to actually have that ability. Now that just means that Helper team either needs to pick up a Parasite or Ophelia, or they're probably gonna have a hard time against this Tempest.
Statistically speaking, Tempest on MR pretty much different from Tempest on on s2y, because Tempest on s2y just doesn't really work out, whereas for Tempest on MR, it's a really different ball game. 07 TV playing as the Tempest has got pretty much a sizable amount of big plays, and I'm just waiting to see if this is gonna be one of those moments where Pestilence played by, I do believe G1X gonna set this one up really nicely. That's MR is definitely gonna want to win this game. If they do lose this one, they will automatically lose the automatic spot in the final of HoNTourSEA Southeast Asia. Whereas on the flip side, if they do win this, they have to fight against Tether Masters, and only when they win Tether Masters will their spot be secured.
Yeah, exactly. They have to make sure that they win this game, Toto Masters, and I mean the hardest challenge, of course, is waiting at the end of the tunnel. That's Orange Esports,
That's right.
so strong, man. Sitting there as champions.
Just
Well, not
waiting,
well,
and
not the champions. Yeah, waiting.
the thing is that they don't really have to win Orange to make it count, but they just need to meet Orange to be with Orange Esports to go up and to the automatic seats of the final for Southeast Asia. By finals, I mean the top 4 teams gonna play off. But we also have a little bit of a slight announcement here. The mini playoff gonna happen from 11 to 12 December, I think. Don't have the confirmation on that one just yet, but that's gonna be next week, and it will be the top 8 teams minus the first 2. They will play off in that qualifier, and we are just really excited to see what kind of a team will meet both Orange as well as a separate undisclosed team in the finals, and it's all gonna boil down to this game here.
Yeah, really, really is gonna boil down to this game. You look at Hellburn's lineup already. It's okay. So they're trying to go back to more of their own roots. They have UPK who's gonna be playing the bubbles. Engineer that's gonna be on Discord. You have Revenor gonna be in Peter Yed. So they have the NG Revenor lane. That's a lot of damage coming out by them. But the Legion team, they have that wombo combo with the Tempest Hack, and they have the early aggression with Pestilence if he's able to pick up on early farm and that portal key. I'm not sure what they're gonna go for next. I do believe that their ban should be more or less targeted towards carries and something like a secondary support or jungle role coming from the Sovereign team. But of course, they shouldn't ban out too much supports because they need supports of their own.
Yep, they do, and that's it. We have a pretty interesting kind of spot right now. Legion side, pretty much again, a lot of wombo combo again. Tempest, Hacks, same stuff happening. But this time around, MR is gonna helm both of those heroes, and I do believe that they definitely want to show s2y what they're up for. Whereas s2y gonna force themselves to reveal the Revenor pick in this game, and they have also the Engineer and the Bubble to work with. That said, the banned heroes in the second benefit is gonna be the Parasite, Luna, Ophelia, Torture Scout, as well as Bushwhack being banned. As to why, they know that Bushwhack is just insane. But is it ban worthy? That's the case. In the previous game, it's clearly Bushwhack dealing a lot of damage, but Bushwhack wasn't the problem. The problem was somewhat a little bit more team. As in, it's definitely reflecting in the mirror for s2y. It's themselves, and we cannot
Hmm.
tell that they just didn't play a good game. So Bushwhack, I don't think is a ban worthy kind of a hero, but they just decided to ban it away anyway.
Yeah, I also don't think that it's that necessary for ban. In my opinion, they should have just banned out some other.
Themselves, because they were the problem, but
What- no, I mean they should have just banned out some supports because Legion team they really need supports right now. Um, if they're gonna go for that damn pure carry, I can see that it will work to some extent, but he needs to make sure that they need to make sure that they secure his early game farm so that he's gonna be able to play it very very well. I think they even shadow picked Dampier in the previous game because they really want Bagsty to use Dampier for some reason. I mean, Bagsty wants his Dampier for some reason.
yep, and it is pretty good a hero. Okay, never mind, screw that. They're just gonna go with Wall, so Dampier is good because they do provide pretty good synergy. Dampier, Ravenor, both with wings, you know. A lot extra ganky effort happening there. Things that fly, yep, hits for a lot of damage. But that's it, Walso gonna be picked here, and Walso is pretty much a try and tested hero on s2y. It succeeded a lot of different levels as well. And if Walso is gonna be run here, I do think that they have a pretty good standing up against MR. MR on the flip side, they are pretty okay right now with this lineup. They have dual carry, Corrupted Disciple, Wretched Hack. Either which can go suicide, it's also okay. Orange Sports definitely proved the point that Corrupted Disciple can also go suicide, and it's still going to be really effective. But that's it. They're going to go with a secondary support. That's the Glacius. Obviously, the support's the only one lacking here. Tempest being a jungle will not have a secondary support. Correction on my part. We also have Pestilence and Melee. So pretty good ganky potential on MR. It's a pretty safe kind of a lineup. Good stunners, a good amount of roam as well. Whereas for S2Y, same thing can be said here, but Walso needs farm, and that's just Walso. If they go with this Moon Queen, it could look to be pretty decent as well. But what's going to be lacking is support as well as a little bit on that ganking kind of a route, because that's going to mean that they are going to just nicely retreat into their shell like Tether Masters normally do, and nicely farm up passively.
Yeah, I don't know. Like a Valtzel pickup here, in my opinion, is kind of risky. I mean, he's gonna need a lot of farm to be actually able to do some stuff, and it can work out for the team because Valtzel just being that pushing force to deal with is just so damn annoying. I definitely don't think Moon Queen is gonna be picked up here because that's a little bit of an overkill. Uh, like it's gonna be Revenor and Engineer mid, Bubbles at the off lane. Wild Soul could be in that solo short. It's it's not necessarily unseen. It is seen from time to time. They're gonna go Witch Slayer. Witch Slayer, by the way, was that kind of go-to hero during DreamHack Winter, where he was that being played in that support role, and it was really, really well played by him. And it seems like it's gonna be a jungle Wild Soul. That's a Wild Soul we haven't seen in a long time,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And it's gonna be a offlane Witch Slayer, which I think is kind of okay since he's going against a Hag. So yeah.
Realistically speaking, this is the kind of situation that s2y don't want to be in, where they just completely are angry at themselves at with a lot of questions in their mind right now, and picking a draft that's completely unconventional could work for sure, but you just banish Peter Yates to the jungle with a wall, so you don't want to have that. Or he could be also playing in the suicide, which is not his role. But right now, it's just a little too late for stat change. You want to bring your ace game to this match here, because this is just very important. And historically speaking, again, history speaks for itself always. And whenever MR faces s2y, it's always splitting the series.
Yeah, I really don't know why, man. It seems like these teams are just, for some reason, like they're the bane of each other for the longest time. And I just hope that S2Y doesn't throw. Like that's the most important thing. Like they really had that game in the bag in the previous one. If had they just played that really really properly. This time around though, I mean, if they send Wild Soul into the off lane, that just means that Bubbles could be played mid, and then you can have a trailing aggression top. which is also possible because you can shut down Hag really strongly. Sorry. But of course, the mid lane, the bubbles, he has to make sure he plays his A game just like Kiddo does, seeing as how he's going to be going up against the Pestilence and a Glacius.
Oh, okay. That's it. I'm just gonna nicely try and interpret this. I'd fan my rubber. Okay, it means that I will fan my rubber boy.
What? Are you sure?
I'm
Are you?
just kidding. I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you, but
Oh my
that's
god.
it.
Fuck you, man.
Game just gonna be starting right here, and we have both teams 1 point each. They want to win this game. Just going forward into meeting Thunder Masters in the next stages, and MR they want to win this more than s2y, because if s2y wins this by default, they are in pretty good standing to go into the automatic seat unless they lose Thunder Masters. And when they lose Thunder Masters, they are just a few points behind, I believe. Yeah, but still, it's gonna be the winner of the next series that will determine who's gonna have the automatic seeding.
Mhm. You can see already right off the bat, both teams are gonna go towards the same jungle area. That's Lee's jungle, and I think a team fight is either gonna break down or they're just gonna back off from each other because there is that Boo Boo to scout things out.
Boo Boo gonna be Scout Bear, and he is gonna nicely scout off stuff for Team Hellborn, and now Legion is just gonna reveal themselves quickly. Corrupted Disciple gonna take a little bit of a different route in the jungle path, but should be okay. And right now, Hellborn team is just gonna nicely come in here to milk in on his skill. They have got pretty much every single stun in the world that they can possibly have. And of course, except for Waltz. Waltz's bear also doesn't have the root, so it is gonna deal a little bit extra damage. They have the Kag, they have the Graveyard also with the shelter to work with. But that said, it does seem like that there will not be any gang, and they're just teasing and toying with each other there. Um, like good old partners, but you don't want to have that kind of situation happen between both teams. But meanwhile, top lane Hack's gonna be here by himself, so Hack is also not gonna be in this bottom lane skirmish. So at least a little bit of a good news coming for Hellborn, for Legion side, is that they have Hack in position ready for the pool. And that being said, gotta introduce Game Tree's player right now. MR gonna be on Legion side. We have Tempest being played by Calyrex, Bomber Paul playing as the Glacius, Chidomanix onto the Pestilence, DQ playing as the Corrupted Disciple, and 07TV1 onto the Rush Attack. That's just nicely knocking on the bubbles there, but that's a Hack's gonna be safe. That's it on the Hellborn team. s2y Peter Yates playing as the Suicide Waltzer. We also got BPK playing in the jungle role. It could be the Witch Slayer going to jungle or secondary support. It could also work well there. This core, it's going to be in the mid lane. That would be the Engineer. And back to the Gashry top lane, was playing as the carry Bubbles, maybe. But on the flip side, Mr. Sans, mid lane Ravenor. El Diablo, man.
Yeah, my favorite avatar in this game by far. So damn cool. But I'm surprised that BUPK and PDH swapped up roles, because PDH is more like the jungle player, secondary support, and BUPK is like the guy that plays all the offlane heroes. But I think it's mainly because PDH has much more confidence in his wild soul play, so that's kind of the reason why he's actually picked it up. He did a really good job by pulling the creep wave, by the way, and top lane, yeah.
Yep, and that's it. It is pretty nice thing to note that top lane, Griffith's done landing on Hack. Hack's gonna be okay. So is the Witch Slayer. And will the Witch Slayer be slayed today? That's the question. Hack is gonna be fine, and we have a pretty interesting situation where Backstick actually is playing as the Bubbles. Never really seen him play the Bubbles before, and I'm just a little bit confused as to whether he can really carry with the hero or not in this game. But that's it. A nice Flash of Darkness by 07TV1. He's gonna be okay. And on the flip side, mid lane, a lot of extra aggression as well. And it's gonna be Glacius, Pestilence up against Ravenor as well as the Engineer. And in general, Engineer, Ravenor, you don't have reliable stun there, but if one goes up, you can definitely expect a chain to happen quickly.
Yep, and now you can see again, bottom lane, I mean, like, Wild Soul's just doing such a good job of pulling creeps, making sure to get it behind the tower, and then continue to, farm that up. And that's forcing a lot of the farm coming out from Do I Kill You, and he's gonna be forced to actually rotate around. You see right now, he's actually, like, he's trying to make sure that he doesn't go too close to the tower, because he's gonna miss out a whole wave of creeps. So middle lane though.
The mid lane gang happening quickly. It seems like a build's gonna be on Ravenor. Ravenor turns into ice there, but he does have the ball lightning. He does use Stormblaze first. Kag's gonna connect. It's not gonna be a kill on Pasty. Pasty is gonna be okay. He does pop the health potion, but he is gonna be okay at least. A cancellation happening there. And that's it, Ravenor, man. He doesn't have the mana for the ball lightning. Did he use it already? I think he did.
Yeah, he didn't have the mana. I just would have liked to see him hit the Glacius, because the Stormblade should have connected towards the Pestilence. If I'm not mistaken, it connects to another hero at level 1. Yeah, it bounces closest to the between the closest two targets. within 300 units. So he should have been able to pick up the kill into Pestilence had he just whacked the Glaciers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but definitely has got the extra window open as well. But I do believe that that's a little bit of a problem on the part of Mr. Stance. I do believe he is not really well, you know, acclimatized or accustomed to this here or there. But that's a ball lightning that's connecting Glaciers, and the Kang is also going to connect as well. But the nice impale from Pesty is going to mean that Glaciers is going to be fine. Pretty questionable again, but now they don't have enough mana to just milk on that kill, and Glaciers is going to be okay. Meanwhile, Pesty already level 3 mid lane as well. And we're looking at a farm. Let's just compare the CS right now. We have a pretty interesting spot. Tempest with 23 crit kill is leading the entire game, and that's a jungle player, so nothing too different about that one. But CD is at 12 crit kill, and CD is playing in the carry route, so he does have pretty good farm. And on the flip side, Bubbles is having about 25 crit kill, so Bubbles is matching his farm at least, and that's gonna be pretty good news for s2y. And on the flip side, mid lane wise, we are seeing Revenant 21 crit kills up against Pesty's only 9. So not right now, it does seem like s2y is having a little bit of an extra good time in the laning stages, and they are so far winning all the lanes except for the one down. So even Walter has got pretty good from 14 crit kills, so nothing too far away from the Corrupted Disciple. Meanwhile, mid lane gang happening quickly. Ice Imprisonment on to Revenor. Revenor is was that Ice Imprisonment? Yeah, it was. After that, we have also the Tempest farm, Tempest time, which kind of make me confused because they both look the same. And that's it. Glacius is gonna slow their wish there, and a nice snatch away on Restoration, Regeneration ruined by the Hack. Hack's gonna be stunned by the ball lightning, and Hack's gonna try and run away, but here comes from behind the Bubbles. Bubbles misses the shelter, but Hack goes down. That's gonna be blood loss. And on the flip side, Glacius now gonna try and run away. He is not looking to be pretty good as well. He does nicely suicide himself there, but will not get it done. That's it. The Bubbles with the Song of the Sea picks up the kill, and Tempest, man, he's just strong in the mid lane with the Pestilence.
Yeah, that was just really well played there, coming up from the Hellburn team. Bubbles, of course, very, very smart of him to actually just go for the Glaciers because he knew that they were going to be able to pick up the kill on the Hag. Because Hag, you know, his blink is not the fastest cooldowns at level 1 only. He blinked in to get the regen rune. That costed his life. And that's kind of the reason why I don't always agree with just, yeah, there's a rune there, but you gotta think, is it necessary for me to pick this up? What will the situation be like if I actually pick that up? And yeah, again, Witch Slayer trying to do as much as he can to harass this Hag, and actually he himself ends up getting harassed himself.
Yep, and that's it. Down south, we also have CD farming here up against level 6 wall. And so far, I mean, s2y is having a really good time, but it's gonna be up to them as to whether they can really milk on this one. And PDX playing the Suicide role seems to be pretty good because it's kind of systematic. PDX is the systematic kind of guy playing in the jungle role. You're just gonna have your systems nicely set up, your processes as well, pulling creeps wave after wave and getting pretty good farm there. I think he is able to proof off that kind of a farm, but that's his CD is doing a lot extra damage there onto the wall. So and that's just well, the electric tide. That's it. Mid lane, however, it seems like Legion team doesn't have a grounding here, and Hellbound team does have a pretty good advantage. That's it. Top rune is gonna be double damage. Hack wants this kill. Hack may actually go in here, and his fact is gonna flash nicely next to the Witch Slayer being played by BPK. BPK gonna try and run away right now, but can he escape? That's the problem though. And we have the HoN going down. The Griffith stun as well. Double damage, doing a lot of work up against the Witch Slayer. He's gonna be okay. I'll bet that all the stuns at least. And here comes also the Bubbles with a nice cow fill, picking up a little extra stun potential there, but a questionable shelter at its very least there. Picking up at least a kill on Pestilence is going to be good news, but still Hack is going to be able to run away safely. And that is questionable again.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him just pick up the kill on Hag and let the rest of his teammates, handle out the Pestilence was doing and overextending in mid. I do believe he's gonna probably run into Hag again.
Yep, he is, but he doesn't have the mana right now for the shelter. He does have it right now, but does he want to use that? That's the question. He doesn't have a sense of direction as to where the heck went. Where the heck did the heck went?
Come on, come on. Nah.
This is just such a sweet spot in the jungle. It's a nice little comfortable yoga area for OSMTV1. He's just gonna nicely meditate there and pray to the NCs. God of the NC, please give me gold.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna give him gold. They're probably gonna just kill him first. But yeah, at least he does survive. Bubbles is actually getting fairly fat right now. He's at about 330 gold per minute, which is really, really good for him. And Wild Soul, he's doing a really good job as well. By the way, at the bottom lane by himself, 250 gold per minute. He slowed down Do I Kill You's farm by a lot, man. Do I Kill is only at 277.
Yeah, but that's it. It seems like s2y is having a really good time in this game. They have the early game already secured, but the early game is far from over, and Legion team can definitely do something up against that. But the only main reason why they're winning this so far is because there's a Tempest on the Legion lineup, which is why they are playing the jungle role, and you don't have dual support to work with, and that's gonna mean 0-3, but that's okay as long as the Tempest gets good farm and for big play. I'm pretty satisfied to see what Colorex can offer here. And Colorex, man, going in to face off against this core. This core is going to turn to Ice Statue really soon. There we go. And the Graveyard Stun going to be wasted on the Glaciers. He does have the Void as he's looking for a 2-man Void, but he doesn't have the space for that. And it's just going to nicely bait it out. Look at that. That's a good Tempest. He doesn't put off the Void, but the presence is just so scary. And you just nicely split players down the middle there. But that's it. Ball Lightning is not going to connect, and Help on team is going to back away. But it's going to be 1-3. And Tempest does got a Void to work with in the bottom lane push. And the kill did happen on the Witch there. So that's good news for Team Neolution.MRR in a pretty good spot. s2y on the flip side, they are in a, well, they have a goal lead right now, but they are forced to defend the tier 1 bottom at the bottom lane here, and it's only the wall, so I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be enough. I mean, Tempest with Corrupted Disciple, no way you're gonna be able to survive this onslaught. Look at that. Tower goes down so quick, and it's just unfortunate that middle lane,
300 gold today.
Yeah, the kickstun actually missed. That's why. Here we go.
Yep, it seems like the mid-lane game is gonna happen soon, and yeah, Bomber Super gonna take the performance stunt. At least with the ball lightning was on point, and that's gonna help his team a lot. Keg is gonna miss again on s2y. s2y does know to nicely sidestep that one. And well, it seems like this core is playing as the engineer, not Bomb Rusher Paul, which is one of the main reasons why the Keg is not that reliable.
Yeah, it's like he's missing it so by miles and leaps and bounds away. It's like so weird.
Leaps and bounds ahead, yeah.
Yeah, bottom lane again is getting pushed
Top
in,
lane.
and that's really good.
Top lane, nice kill field on the Hack, but Hack just nicely run away, and Shirope is fine, nicely potting away as well. There was an extra gang coming from Witch Lair. Maybe if the bubbles waited for the Witch Lair, would have been a kill. But that's it, bottom lane tier 1 already addressed. What were we saying, Lark?
Yeah, what is this? I can't remember. I don't know. Yeah, bottom lane was the fact that Tempest and Corrupted Disciple were just trying to do as much chip damage to the tier 2. At least it eventually got defended, but of course the damage has already been done. I do believe Pestilence is looking for a quick portal key because he's saving 1.3k in the bank right now, not even going for the steam boots. And that's kind of okay, I guess, because he's having a decent amount of farm right now.
Yep, and that's it. Engineer is gonna be nicely buying a little bit extra wards to help his teammate further the cause here. But nice little miniaturization on the Pestilence Keg as well. Ball Lightning gonna connect, and here comes the Stormblade dealing the damage on the Pesty, but Pesty better not be blocked by Glaciers. And what the hell, they're really clutch ball charges coming out there by Pestilence, so Pestilence gonna be safe. But on the flip side, Griffith's not gonna connect, and Glaciers looking for the kill on the Wish there. But there's the elbow behind, you don't want to connect there with the Ball Lightning, so he's gonna be okay. But that's it, Ice Imprisonment on Engineer. Engineer trying to turn away, but there's a Wretched coming in. Wretched looking for a double tap here with a big Bad Blast. Maybe that's gonna materialize, looking for the kill on the Revenor as well. Staring there, waiting again. It is gonna be a Revenor alone, looking for the kill. Hack can definitely go in Bad Blast and pick up the skill, but does she want to risk it? That's the question. She doesn't know the situation behind the enemy line. She doesn't know that Revenor's being by himself, so yeah, I'm not gonna go in, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, I mean, Revenor is smart. He spotted that out. I don't think he's ever gonna want to stand up there. He's gonna get his bottle delivered to him, which is good. It's a full bottle because, you know, Witch Slayer took that back with him home. Bottom lane, in the whole entire exchange, they picked up Peter Yeds. Peter Yeds died, which is really unfortunate. Taking a look at his bear, he does have this Ghost Marches on the bear, so he actually went for more utility for his bear first before rushing that early Mako Brilliance. So he's not gonna have that for the longest time. But if he's able to stay here at the bottom lane and just continuously farm, I do believe it will come to a point where he will eventually get it.
Yep, that's it. BUPK, man. Only Striders and so gutsy. Level 4 up against the level 7 Pesty with a level 6 Hack behind. I think easily pick up the kill, but BUPK is going to be safe because they really want to pick up the Ancients as compared to the kill there. And that's somewhat questionable, but at least they still have the goal that they need. And that's it. I want to see a portal key on the Pestilence, which I do believe is going to be real soon. And on the flip side, Hack is also with a just pretty much a sizable amount of gold there, but 1k gold lead. I think it's enough for the Steam Boots, but not enough for a Grimoire on the Hack.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna take a while for him to pick up the Grimoire. He didn't have the best time at the start at the top lane because Backstick Ashby was just outplaying him. Look at that, man. Backstick Ashby level 10 and Hag's only level 6. So you can definitely tell which kind of favor it was for the players. And I think he's probably gonna just quickly get up his what's it called, the Grave Locket very soon, and then into something like a Light Brand, unless he's just gonna rush for that Light Brand straight.
That's gonna be really good for at least Team Hellborn. Hellborn, definitely you want to see Revenor with the Light Brand, but I think the Revenor is not gonna go with the item. He does have the Mighty Blade, so that's gonna translate to a pretty good time. That's a ball lightning disconnect. He should be careful not to jump there. There's a Tempest behind, but oh, it doesn't matter because they're just gonna jump Revenor anyway. Mr. Sun's a lot from Mr. Sun's looking around, but that's not gonna be a guy that can really fly. He doesn't have his wings yet, so he's gonna go down quickly. In fact, even a D-Bab was being used in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit overkill in my opinion, not necessary, but nevertheless there's 5 of them here, so they can easily push this. Oh god.
Yep, they're gonna try to pick up Engineer right now. Engineer does land a pretty good keck stun there, but it doesn't save him. So this card gonna take the fall. MR again gonna nicely wrestle the lead away from Team s2y. They are now at about 2k gold lead deficit, but I do believe that once the mid lane tower goes down, yep, there we go. 3k gold lead for Team Legion, and that's gonna work a lot in terms of Team Legion at least. And yeah, it's not looking good at all. Also, we need to check on his bear. His bear doesn't have much items at all, and in fact, completely naked. Only the Ghost Marchers there. Bear does have about 279 GPM. Not anywhere close to his Mocha Brilliance.
Not anywhere close indeed, and I guess it just seems again like s2y is just on the back foot. They're not getting any traction in this game. Pestilence with that early portal key is gonna screw them up really bad. And he's just gonna pick up Steam Boots, and then he's gonna start picking up his Shrunken Head, and then there's really nothing else you can do because you're gonna be relying on a Bubbles carry. Bubbles, by the way, has that early Tablet command finish. Would have liked to see the.
What a stun is by Pestilence at this river area, and they're looking for the kill Engineer. Engineer lands a nice keck, and it seems like the bear doing work against the Pestilence, but still it's not gonna be enough. Engineer is going down. And that's gonna be it. That's it. El Diablo goes in for a double man stun, and Glacius is gonna be chased on by Boo Boo. Boo Boo doing the work instead of Walter. Walter just hiding behind Cowardly and looking to just not even land auto attack. That's a melee bear right now, but looking for extra kill potential. But here comes Bubbles. Nice kill field. Glacius goes down. Bubbles is gonna be safe, I think. And it's gonna try to run away. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Revenant dealing a lot of damage onto the Hack. Hack's gonna be a lot of trouble, but Hack is just nicely kiting it away, and Corrupted Disciple does have the extra movement speed as well, so that's gonna be a double tap for DQ. DQ there. MR having a good lead so far. Bear is just gonna man this one up, but someone please mourn the death of the manliest Waltzer in the history of Heroes of New Earth. And down goes the Bear, as well as the Bubbles, and that's gonna be a complete genocide, I do believe. No, in fact, Witchler didn't die. He wasn't even part of that fight, I think. And that's gonna be nice to 6 hat-trick for DQ. DQ having a lot of gold right now. Doesn't know where to spend. He can actually go to Las Vegas, he can go to Macau, he can go anywhere in the world, but it's not gonna stay in this game.
Yeah, I mean BuPK he died, but because of the way that he's only level 5, he just quickly respawned, came back bottom, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or I'm just insane, but yeah, that was just insane. Gameplays coming out by Do I Kill You and the rest of his teammates. Like they were trying to go and kill the Corrupted Disciple. They couldn't decide what targets they wanted to go for, and they were already losing a team fight that they were gonna lose right from the start. So just really unfortunate for them. I definitely think that s2y should probably just concede this game right now, because I don't think they're probably gonna get back into this.
Yeah, like women shopping in Isetan, man. Should I buy this skirt or maybe not? Maybe I should buy the blouse. I don't know as well. It's too expensive, but it's on sale, you know, 20% discount. By the time you decide to shop, close, out you go. And that's what's gonna be the case. That's it. S2y, man, not having the best of moments in this game. They have a very good early game, but that's all they had, and it's not gonna work in their favor right now. 6k goal lead for MR, and I'm just keen to see MR win this one. In the previous cycle, Cycle 3, they also won against s2y, and s2y is in fact gonna be relegated all the way to the 4th spot if they lose this game, and that's not gonna help them in the final qualifier, which is gonna mean an extra game that they need to, extra round they need to play. And you don't want to have that kind of situation to face off with. But that's as to why they are looking pretty grim right now. 6k goal lead in terms of MR. And there we go. Nice little juke there, but didn't work out. This card gonna take the fall. Kek is just drunk Kek and doesn't connect. And on the flip side, Legion team is gonna steamroll right now. They are looking to push the mid lane first. I don't think they are gutsy enough to push down the tier 3 right now, because that's gonna be over commitment on their part and throw the game away. Backstage Gashry on the flip side only level 12. And like I mentioned before, Backstage Gashry, Lark, do you think you can actually carry this game as a Bubbles?
No. Just seeing as the way that
you didn't think about that, man.
Yeah, I did, because I know that like he's not the best of a carry hero, and I don't think Backstage Gashry has enough experience with Bubbles. And I mean, compared to Corrupted Disciple, look at that, man. What are you
Yep,
gonna
no
do?
shell surf on Bubbles. Bubbles 6 seconds. It's gonna be a long 6 second here. Bubbles gonna be make Subov. In fact, gonna be so close there. He does pop the shrunken head, but Bubbles is gonna be fine. That's the engineer, and CD now is like DQ is like shopping Isetan, looking for this engineer. Do I want to get a turtle? Then I get a little bit of Rosie. Don't know who I want to sleep with tonight, but that's a DQ is gonna back off and sleep alone with his computer in his room. He's gonna back into this Legion jungle and get sorry, Hellbound jungle, wrong part of the map, but he does get a little bit of a harassment on the crypt there. Not having a single farm there, but now with Glacius deciding to man it up, there's also a haze rune here, and I do believe he's gonna pick that one up. There we go.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna blast it off the map. Blast, yeah, blast it. Yeah, okay, them, and he could probably.
Oh, you don't want to be here. That's a witch lair, miniatures, and that's a kill run away by the CD. 522 miniaturized version. Please collect them at the nearest toy store today.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man. They're really like s2y. Just please concede. Like, I mean, there's no way you're gonna come back into this game. Your Walso, okay, Walso is gonna eventually try to pick up his Mock of Brilliance, but by that time that happens, you're gonna see a Firebrand and maybe even a Geometer's finished on Corrupted Disciple. Hag's gonna finish up his Shrunken Head. Corrupted Disciple is, yeah, he actually just purchased I think the Quick Blade, so Pestilence is probably gonna be close to finishing his Shrunken Head. We haven't talked much about Tempest, but Tempest is gonna finish his Shrunken Head very, very soon as well.
Yep, and it's gonna be pretty good. That's it. 11 is to 6, 8k gold if MR, Neolution.MRR. Pretty good spot for them to be in right now. So here comes the Bubbles, wants to gang the CD, but he doesn't know what to do. And maybe he just wants the fun, but he's gonna be nicely running away. Too bad for CD, missing one last extra hit there. But that's it. They are also not stacking the Ancients, and that's pretty bad for s2y. I mean, Ancients is a well-known recipe to come back into this game, but they are not even doing that, and that's not good at all for s2y. s2y is definitely by far very back in this game.
Yep, they are behind by like 8k gold and 7k experience, so it's, you know, it's reasonable that they are far back in this game. Plus, they're fighting against a Tempest, and Tempest is gonna get his Shrunken Head very soon. He's already level 2 ultimate with a level 12 level on himself, and he has Astrolabe and Ring of HoNTourSEA, so he has by all means he has all the items in the world that he really needs to take team fights, and they're probably gonna try to push and get, I mean, like get a team fight down. Unfavorable team fight for Hellborn, that is, of course, and then push into the base, which I think is probably gonna happen. Hag, I'm not sure if this is gonna translate into a light brand or if he's just gonna go for a straight up Shrunken Head, because usually sometimes we do see Hag pick up that Mighty Blade and then transition into something like a light brand to get more of that farm up onto himself.
But look at that, man. s2y now passively playing this game, man. We have about 20 minutes in. 11 is to 6, 8k gold is still up for Neolution.MRR. s2y on the flip side, they are just a little bit lost. You have Bubbles level 13. Yes, that's a pretty good level to be in for backstage Gashry. But that's a Bubbles, man, and Bubbles can't really carry this game. They need to look towards Walto carrying, and Walto is definitely nowhere near that, well, those items there. But at least they pick up the kill on Glacius. Glacius goes down, but top lane goes down as well. So one Glacius for top tier 1, definitely worth it, because Glacius is not even worth a single cent. But that's a pity. Yet does have to solve the high, and that's pretty good news. At least he should be looking at Mock of Brilliance really soon.
Yeah, once he has some Mock of Brilliance, at least he can slowly turn things into the favor. Bubbles took a really nice takeover, by the way. Oh, unfortunately.
Here comes Pasty, and also a nice spot in. Is it gonna be in time? Maybe questionable, but Bubbles is gonna try and do a little bit extra. Grand Theft will get away. But here comes also the Hack, and Hack just hesitated there. If she just used the Bad Blast, would have connected, I think.
Elemental
No, he will
Void
not.
completely wasted there. Big misplay coming up by Tempest. Ooh, what a waste.
Yep, and it seems like Walso is gonna face off with the Bad Blast instead. Walso gonna take the fall, so there is also not gonna be a Mock of Brilliance yet. But that's a Corrupted Disciple gonna try and chase down the Revenor. Not a very wise move, but he's gonna nicely back away, so that at least is a good call. And they're gonna try and push the top lane right now. Patty goes in, nice dive. This is gonna be a moment if you pick up Revenor. Revenor, a lot of trouble. Revenor pops Shrunken in. Ball Lightning connects on the Hack. Hack's gonna be a lot of trouble. Nice little bit of the return stun. And Hack goes down. Revenor goes down as well. The rest of s2y already in the vicinity, picking up the kill on Witchler. Witchler goes down, and that's gonna be it. Pick up also the Bubbles, but also a pretty good energy field by Disco, playing the upslope kind of a vision there. But Engineer is gonna go down because there is nothing to really do in that kind of situation. And
Yeah,
it seems like Bubbles is gonna be safe though. So backstage actually big place, man.
Yep, they should just concede. Hello. hit that little red button. Well, not red button, but
Hit that
hit the
black and
button.
yellow.
Yeah, button at the top right because you're really not gonna come back. Even if they wasted that elemental fight in mid lane, which was kind of funny to see, they still win the team fight without that shit. Like they are winning team fights left, right, and center, and I do believe Hag is probably gonna go for that life brand next because he's actually having. He had like 1.8k gold and he didn't even purchase the Mithril Hammer, so I think he should pick up Light Brand for much more farming capabilities, and then he can go for that Shrunken Head later.
Yep, and that's it. Well, MRR have a pretty good sizable lead right now, and if you look at that, I would want to see Pestilence with a Shrunken Head really soon as well. You have Shrunken Head up already on the Corrupted Disciple as well as the Tempest, so both of them have the extra ability to stand longer in team fights. That's pretty good news for Team MRR. On the flip side as to why nothing really happening there. In fact, look at the entire lineup. Still have a lot of spaces of blanks there in the inventory, and that's Wishler, Walso, Engineer, nothing. Walter with the bear still doesn't have the Mock of Brilliance, just let you guys know. And Revenor on the flip side, the only hero there with a Shrunken Head. That's gonna help him at least up against the Wretched deck, but nothing really useful again in the entire s2y lineup. So Tempest level 14, man. And if you look at Tempest, same level as the Bubbles, and he does have. Oh wait, hold on. So who just bought a Staff of the Master?
Corrupted. He's so farmed. He's gonna be wrecking entire team fights now because of that upgraded Corrupted Conduit. Yeah, I mean like s2y. After you see that item, just hit the concede button because you're not gonna be able to kill this Corrupted Disciple with Shrunken Head. He's tanky because of the Staff of the Masters. He gets a little bit of stats out of that. Plus the fact that he's gonna be ultimately dishing a lot of damage on top of an Elemental Void. Like say Tempest catches like 2 to 3 heroes. Corrupted Disciple just pops up that Corrupted, not Corrupted Conduit, the Supercharge, yeah, and he's just gonna blow you to bits.
Yeah, it actually does bounce, right? I believe. Let me just check on
bounces.
that one. Where is the Corrupted Disciple picture? There we go. So activate to apply Overload to yourself for 20 seconds, and it does deal about 60 plus damage, and that's pretty good news at least. -1 armor every 0.5 seconds, the lowest health target in area around you, bouncing twice. So that is really insane, man. CD doing a lot of extra work in this game, and he does have a very good effect as well. Lightning charges all across him, showing that it's really supercharged right now.
Yep. That bouncing twice is so good. Like as long as there's 3 heroes captured, they're all 3 gonna die because their armor is gonna be reduced to shit, and then Corrupted Disciple is just gonna screw them over. And the best thing ever is that he's now level 16, so that's a level 3 ultimate, which now improves the 0.5%. I mean like the 0.5 seconds of each hit from the supercharged ability, and that just means your armor is gonna be minus very fast. You're gonna take a lot more damage, and you're probably gonna die really quickly.
Pesty gonna jump in on the Bubbles. Backstage Gastry, a little bit of trouble right now. Backstage Gastry gonna run away with a nice push through, but is it gonna be enough? He's gonna also try and do the shelter, but he will not get it done there. DQ picks up the kill quickly. DQ there, thanks to CD coming in. I do believe the supercharge is gonna be proc real soon, but is it gonna activate it just yet? I don't think so. Down goes Boo Boo. Boo Boo goes down. Second Boo Boo comes up, and there's a lot of Boo there. But that being said, Champion move already with a double tap. DQ right now is just so strong, nothing can really stop DQ. And it's looking at that. Yep, look at that, man. PDX going down. Supercharge used already.
It's so wow. I mean, like you can hear usually when you don't have Staff Masters, you can hear the effect is like shik, and then now it's like shik. It's like what the fuck? Like it's like so fast. So it's pretty insane.
Yeah, one thing we can know for sure is the luck can never join a self-effect crew, but
fuck you, man.
Sound effect crew recruitment decline. But that being said, the bottom lane push is gonna happen here. You better stick as a caster, and that's it. The tier 3 is gonna be nicely hammered on by Team Legion and MRR, man, knocking on the tier 3. 26 minutes in, 17:8, 16k goal late with a double shik effect there onto the supercharge. It just looks like the kill on the Bubbles is again gonna happen. Back to the Gastry. That's a carry. Carry? No. That's just a turtle there, and we make soup in China for turtles. That's it. Defense tower is going down. We have the ball lightning connecting on CD. CD is going to be okay. Revenor has to be smarter than this to just jump on the CD right now. That's just a harassment ball lightning. And CD also will know that there will not be a Revenor port. That's it. Pesty is going to jump in and man up against Revenor. Revenor a little bit of trouble there, but there goes the Void. It goes down nicely to connect both of them. That's what I call a big in play coming from a Tempest at least. So we are at least nicely happy to see that Color X plays a better Tempest than PDS, but that's it. A little bit extra buyback coming from Revenor, and now goes the ball lightning. Doesn't connect. Pestilence trying to run away here from the Witch there. Whistler puts forth the nice silver bullet but doesn't pick up the kill. Millibear is going to be hammered on and they might as well just concede this game right now.
Yeah, that corrupted conduit is doing so much work, man. I mean, not corrupted, the supercharge. It's like when you saw the elemental void, they were getting bursted down so quickly. Like he's doing a lot of damage every time they get locked down, and yeah, I have to say that s2y just completely stomped in this game. It's surprising. I think the previous game has had a lot of effect towards this game right here. I think they're just feeling really bummed out that they lost that game with such great heroes, and it definitely is affecting them in this kind of situation. You see, even now, Corrupted Disciple, holy shit, he has Frostburn, and he's probably gonna get even a Dawnbringer next.
Yeah, I mean, even when you have a pretty good draft and if you lose that, it does make you doubt yourself. And moments like this, like when your wife scolds you for some shit you didn't do and you just doubt yourself again. Okay, shit, I was just crapping there. You don't do that shit. But that's it. 28 minutes up. 22 is to 8 here. 24k goalie for Neolution.MRR. And MRR, man, they're just gonna wait for Elemental Void to be off cooldown before the next pain train, and as to why there's just it just leaves little to wonder as to what they can really do in this kind of game here.
Yeah, I mean, Bear's not gonna do anything now because he doesn't have anything up at all except the what's it called, the Mako Brilliance. No Soul's Bulwark, no pushes, no split pushes that was happening. I mean, the draft was just really greedy and it doesn't work out. Execution wise, not there as well. There is no portal key in Revenor, huge initiation flaw. Bubbles went for more other conventional items. I still feel even if you're in that carry role, you should still pick up the portal key because it's so good on the bubbles. Instead, opting for that push book, and it's really hurting them right now. Like this, I don't know. They can't do anything right now, I feel.
Yep, they can, and well, they are just so far back in this game. If they have sizable amount of items, they can at least put up a fight against the CD that has got an obscene amount of items, man. Look at the CD, it's like a rich man living in a bungalow. He does have a nice... He does have PS4, if it's out already. Before it's even out, he does have PS4 already with the next best computer there as well. He has got 2 cars in his garage, whereas on the flip side, s2y is just living on the street. They don't have much of anything at all.
Yeah, just being beggars. But yeah, it's just so unfortunate that for them, they will eventually be dropped out, and I think this is the first time that s2y is going to be dropped out so early in
No,
the
it's
playoff.
not the first. Cycle 3 as well, they could drop.
Did they play the first game or?
Yeah, they played the first game. Impunity was the second one, remember?
Ah, right. Yeah.
Oh, Lark doesn't remember.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a new game. Can you remember, Lark?
But look, oh my god, look at Glacius, by the way. He's gonna get a shrunken head soon.
That's Bombershipal dropping them bombs, and Bombershipal doing a really good work here. And he is just nicely, slowly climbing towards the shrunken head. Once he has that, it's gonna be unstoppable kill falling from the sky. And that being said, Kongor is gonna get attempted by MR. And one thing about MR is that they are a team that really loves to raid Kongor.
Yeah, they do. They always take Congo when they have the opportunity, and I feel that's what s2y lacks a lot in. Like they could have won even the previous game had they taken Kong. There were so many times they could have taken that. Hag, by the way, has a Grimoire power for a pretty long time. I think he's gonna go for Shrunken Head next. So all items in favor of Felician team. Nothing on Hellburn. They're just gonna lose this.
Yeah, I think we have pretty much made our mind that that's gonna be the case, and I mean, I'm gonna be really, truly amazed if s2y comes back in this game. That's a witch lair, man. Ain't slaying no witch today, are ya? And now BPK, a lot of trouble right now. Goes down without even a fight. And it's just easy. Bloodbath already on DQ might actually be looking at a pretty good situation where he goes for Immortal.
Immortal Annihilation. I'm hoping that they get that in this game. Just need to wait for Witch Lair to spawn up in 20 seconds or so. Have Corrupted go in and kill every single person.
Yeah,
make sure to leave the last hits for Corrupted Disciple.
It's gonna be really hard to do that. That's gonna be next level gaming for MR if they do that as well. But that's it. We have the swarm being used on the bear. Boo Boo there. Boo Boo at least has the I pray he has the Mako Brilliance at least. That's pretty good. So if he doesn't, then they should have considered already. But that's it. Top lane tier 3 now gonna be nicely challenged, and Boo Boo gonna be challenged by the Pestilence. Pestilence takes a bit of the ball lightning home with him, and that's gonna be a nice cute pet there, except it doesn't stay with you. And now tier 3 is gonna be challenged again, and being knocked on by MR. MR knocking on the defense tower. Defense tower looking to be going down real soon. Defense tower goes down, and there is still no fight happening yet. They are just nicely waiting for the perfect opportunity to jump in from the Tempest, but Tempest is just nicely hiding behind his team members. And that's why you want to see, protecting the Tempest, because that's the only hero that gives you good lockdown and kill. That's it, Dawnbringer completed on that Corrupted Disciple. It's in the courier now nicely going to be shipped over by FedEx as well. And here goes the jump, it's actually going to miss. Boo Boo just taunting the hell out of the Peasants there. But that being said, Millibreak still standing, and meanwhile bottom lane completely raped out already. The creeps are doing a lot of work there. Shrine's going to be harassed as well. And that's it, top lane. They can actually take this moment right now to take a team fight because there's no Revenor, but do they want to do that? Just waiting for the Dawnbringer.
Yeah, I think they can. They definitely should. This Word of Sight is spotting things out, so they should know what's going on. But this next push, yeah, they're probably gonna be forced into an unfortunate team fight.
Yep, it could be pretty unfortunate, but that's it. Nothing's happening just yet. There goes the Peasant stun on the Boo Boo. Boo Boo takes a bit of a beating, but Boo Boo is definitely going down. And I think Waltz has the second bear, so there goes the second bear. And the bear is gonna get swamped again, but ball lightning not gonna connect right now. Corrupted Disciple manning up, hitting on Millibreak. I mean, come on, man, you got the token, just man up. There we go, knocking on Revenant. Revenant, a lot of trouble, but there goes the Void, and the Bad Blast just nicely mopping out s2y. s2y just get a sorry asses back home, and down goes s2y. The game is done. The winner of this entire series is going to be MR. Good gameplay by Neolution.MRR. What a turnaround it is, and they're still gonna fight out, but we're not gonna see that there, and it's pretty good bloodbath, sorry. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this series is gonna be MR. They win this bracket. They will be the ones facing Turtle Masters. They eliminate s2y, and s2y gonna have to fight in the final qualifier. That's gonna happen next week. And the good news is that, guys, we're gonna be back with a little bit extra game. Lark, before we move on though, do you have last minute thoughts about that one, or you think it's just a complete steamroll?
Yeah, complete steamroll. Beautiful initiation there, bottom lane. Tempest again. Calyrex on the ball with his Elemental Void. Gets an Elemental Void off on Tree. You see the corrupted, the supercharge like bouncing off all of them, and then a back blast after that. Like, what more can you ask for? The burst potential is insane. 4 Shrunken heads up on Legion team as well.
It's just so beautiful, man. Makes me want to cry.
It really is.
No, I don't cry. I'm real man. Real men don't cry. But that's
Real men do cry. What the fuck? Hello?
No.
Yes?
You got a definition wrong, but that's it. We'll be back with more action real soon. And in fact, the next series is going to begin in just about 30 minutes plus minus. We are a little bit behind schedule. It should start at about 4 p.m. But because stuff did drag on for Neolution.MRR as well as s2y, so they are not going to have the pretty easy path there. So that's it. The next game going to begin in about 30 minutes also, and that's gonna be Turtle Masters up against MR. I do believe that if MR wins that one, it's gonna be pretty good news for them. They will have the automatic seat in the final of HoNTourSEA. This is Babael. We'll be back soon, so stay tuned, guys.